Hello guys and welcome back to another Tom Talks, and today we're going to do something different. We're going to talk about a movie which I've not done before on the YouTube or the blog, so something new for you. Make sure you go like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow the Instagram, follow the blog, links will be down below. So it was nice to get back into the cinema. This wasn't the first film I saw at the cinema. That was the Suicide Squad. I will be doing a review on that. But yeah, it's just nice to be able to do normal things again. You know, I did go see Tenet when that first came out, so I had it hadn't been that long since I've been to the cinema. But yeah, it was nice. And today we will be looking at Black Widow. So I wasn't massively excited about Black Widow. It's sort of at this point, like I am with Star Wars, I will go see pretty much anything Marvel does because I'm just a massive fan of what the Marvel stuff is at the moment. And I'd been kept going by the TV series WandaVision, Falcon the Winter Soldier, and Loki. And I enjoyed all of those to varying degrees. And that sort of meant that I may not have enjoyed this film as much as like before. Those things had been doing weird stuff, it'd been doing creative, interesting things, it'd been developing the characters, and it just didn't really do that for me. I mean, Scarlett Johansson, you know, pretty well established as this character, but her character wasn't really developed that much, and I thought for a solo film they would have done something interesting, and there was these tidbits where I was thinking, okay, this might go in an interesting direction, like the start of the film where she's a child, and I thought, okay, they might be going somewhere with like her origins, but then it just zooms 20 years into the future, and it's just like, okay, you had an opportunity to do something interesting there, and you didn't, and like, they make reference to like this past traumatic event, and they just show it in a flashback. Whereas that could have been part of the film, I feel like. And it would have been quite interesting because it would have given more layers to the film. It would have made you more invested in what was going on. But just showing what happened in the flashback is just a bit like, okay, that happened, cool. And at the end of it, you're just like, oh, okay, the things from that happened in this. I prefer when films are a bit more sort of, they develop things. And like for example, WandaVision developed Wanda's character a lot, and I guess with a TV series you have the opportunity to do that less film. But this film was like over 2 hours. I feel like you could have padded it out a little bit, given us a bit of backstory there. So overall, the plot of the film, it was a decent spy flick. This was a. I think somebody put this best. It was a standard Marvel movie. If that's what you want, you'll enjoy this. If you, like me, expect a bit more from Marvel now, after watching the TV series, after watching other stuff they've done, you'll be left a bit disappointed, I guess. But to give the film its props, it was fun, it was enjoyable, the action was decent, it was nothing spectacular, but it was pretty good. The cast, I mean, Scarlett Johansson was fine. Again, I think they should develop the character a bit more. They did give her this little plot line. I'm not going to go into spoilers too much because, you know, in case you want to watch the film for yourself or you haven't yet. But it didn't really do much. The side characters were pretty good. Florence Pugh, who is an up-and-coming actress. I don't think I've seen her in a film before. She was very good. She provided some decent comedic moments. Marvel's sort of comedy, you know, like witty banter. And I think she was a very good character, and I think we will be seeing her in other stuff. So, which is good. David Hayter as the Red Guardian was very good. I liked him. He brought more of the comedic moments. David Hayter's a decent actor. I've not seen him in too much. I saw him in Stranger Things. I've only seen the first few episodes of that. But here, he was very good, and I would like to see him in more stuff. Rachel Weisz as the mother character was fine. She did a job. She wasn't particularly amazing, but she just did a job. And then Ray Winston as the main villain, again, Ray Winston's a good actor. He did a decent job, but again, he was a pretty bog standard Marvel villain. Nothing particularly interesting. Not one of the great ones like your Thanoses or your Lokis or your Killmongers. He was very straight to the point. And then the sort of bad guy, the sort of secondary bad guy in the... I can't remember his name. See, I thought they'd do something cool with that character, but then it gets explained in that flashback, and it's just a bit like, oh, okay. You know, I was interested, but yeah. And overall, yeah, it was pretty standard stuff, you know. It felt a bit weird as well that they'd released it when they did, because it's like basically set after Civil War, and bar like an end credits scene, it's set between Civil War and Infinity War, and it's a bit like, you could have released this ages ago. Why did you take this long to release it? But it is what it is, you know. I think for fans of Black Widow, they'll be happy that she's got a film. I'm not particularly massively into Black Widow as a character. I think she was she wasn't one of my favourite Avengers personally, but that's more on the Marvel people for not really developing a character. I don't know what she's like in the comic books, to be honest, so I can't comment on the comparison with that, but I just don't think she was well developed as a character. Even in this, she wasn't really. She was kind of a side character in her own story. Like, she had to... Like, for me, it was about the four characters, and in particular, Black Widow, Florence Pugh, and Red Guardian. So, yeah, overall, I thought it was a decent, solid action flick. It had its fun moments. It had its dull moments. The comedy was pretty decent. But overall, it was pretty middle of the road. I'd give it probably a 5.5. It's in sort of the bottom tier Marvel movies, I'd say. I'm not going to go out of my way to watch it again. If it was on, I might watch it. I don't know. But yeah, I wouldn't say it was a waste of money. It only cost me £6 to see it at the cinema. Star City, fairly cheap. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Black Widow. So if you've enjoyed my video, if you have any thoughts, you know what to do. Like and comment. And yeah, thank you for listening to another Tom Talks. See you later.